After being on TRT for more than a decade, I've had a lot of men reach out to me and ask me how to optimize their levels naturally. In this video, I've got 8 specific steps that you can take that I've been using personally that have helped increase my testosterone levels naturally.
And I'm sharing this video because I just shared that I was on TRT for more than a decade. And I posted a video here where I shared why I've quit and not looking back. If you're interested in that, check it out. Now in the comment section, a lot of people wanted to know what have I done since coming off and how have I felt and how have I maintained my testosterone levels? How have I made that transition? So if you're interested in quitting TRT, going full natural, or you're already natural and you want to get a boost, this video is going to be super helpful. So let's dig in. Number 1 is to maintain fat in your diet. Fat's your happy hormone, by the way. If you don't have fat, then you also don't have cholesterol. And cholesterol is a building block for testosterone. Now your body makes it, but if you're deficient in fat, it's harder for your body to produce those natural levels. And I find that getting my fat from red meat, specifically organic or grass-fed meat, is the best bang for your buck. Now it does cost a lot more, but I can feel a difference. Like I look fuller and I can almost feel like the hormones in my body compared to when I get like cheap steaks at the grocery store that aren't as high quality. So you should experiment and see if you notice the difference. Number 2, we want to reduce body fat because body fat is stored energy and it acts like estrogen. So it reduces testosterone. So if you're around 13, 18% body fat, try and get it under 13%. I'd say 10 to 13% and you're a really good sweet spot. Now you do run the risk of reducing testosterone levels when you get super, super lean, but most people can't stay super lean all the time. So it's a temporary drop. But if you can get that sweet spot in the low teens, you should have optimal test levels. Next, you want to reduce sugars, starches, processed crap, because all of that stuff increases cortisol. It all creates belly fat. For most men, that's where we store it. I know when I gain fat, it goes right freaking here every single time. I need a donut, I can see it there for freaking weeks. We need to manage the carbs, all right? Now, we don't have to go 0 carb, but we just want to keep an eye on them because those are going to have a big play in your level of leanness. Next, we need to learn how to reduce stress in your life. If not reduce stress, we need to learn how to manage it because stress increases cortisol levels. With high cortisol levels, we're combating our natural testosterone levels. So try and find time in your day to journal, to have a no phone zone, to rest, to watch some comedy, to go for a 45-minute walk, time in the day to connect with loved ones and kids where your brain can decompress and you can actually be present and not hijacked on adrenaline and frantic energy. Next is we want to do activity that helps increase growth hormone levels, like sprinting and heavy lifts. Now, I didn't do any sprinting. I was, in fact, training for another half marathon, but I buggered up my calf 2 weeks before, so couldn't do it. But I did maintain 4 days a week of good heavy lifting. Not crazy setting personal bests, but keeping the rep ranges around 4 to 6, 6 to 8, and having some good drop sets with heavier weight. So definitely had some good quality output. But that was also supported with a bonus point here is I didn't go crazy with my calories. I maintained a pretty balanced intake where I wasn't in a deficit, but I also wasn't in a surplus. So I had sufficient energy to train. And I followed a balanced approach, 40 carbs, 30 protein, 30 fat. So I wasn't doing anything that prevented me from being able to lift heavy weights in the gym. In terms of supplements, I actually didn't take anything, so I don't have anything to sell you. Sorry about that. I didn't take any vitamin D, I didn't take any zinc, I didn't take any magnesium. Those are all things that have been shown to improve testosterone levels. I don't know to what degree, but they definitely give you a great foundation. Those are your vitamins, minerals that help with sex hormones. So they definitely help, I believe, with sex drive. I just never got around to buying them. Now that I think about it, I probably will go grab some. Another thing I incorporated was a lot of intermittent fasting. As a father with 3 kids, I just don't have a ton of time to cook for myself and then clean and keep the place tidy. And with a job and having the kids in the morning and at night, I have to kind of hack my day. So I normally have fewer meals or one bigger meal at the end of the day. And interestingly, I've had incredible energy levels with this approach. mentally it makes you really tough. And I've been able to manage just my cravings with this strategy. The next big thing is I've cut alcohol to like literally, I'd say like 98%. I had a couple drinks at my event in Nashville, a couple on New Year's Eve, and that was it. I haven't drank since June. Cutting out beer, cutting out any form of liquor, which increases estrogens in your body, is a fast track to optimizing your testosterone levels quickly. Plus, I mean, it all gets converted to sugar, so it gets dumped into your belly, which increases cortisol. So it's all a deadly cycle. So cutting alcohol has been a huge hack for me as well. Lastly, and this one's pretty personal, but it's really just been learning how to love myself again. A big part of making a transition in life after a catastrophic experience is to learn how to respect yourself. And respecting yourself means listening to yourself. So that might mean slowing down. That might mean completely taking the weekend off. That might mean not being on your phone all jacked up on dopamine while you should be present with your kids watching a movie, and just being content. And I know that word triggers, settling or average, but that's not what it is. It's actually liking who you are and not needing external validation to give you your identity, and being wrapped up around this lifestyle of image management and how do I look. And when you do the real work on yourself and you figure out all of the survival strategies and behaviors that have been promoting you to live a certain way, and can start to find peace within yourself where you don't care what other people think of you, and this is spiritual here, that God truly loves you for who you are, not what you could do or what you should do, you're able to really manage a lot of the demons and a lot of the thoughts that can lead us to these lifestyles that make it hard to live an authentic you, a natural you, the way that I believe we were designed to live. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can play with, but the stuff I shared, I feel like are the staples and the foundation. I'm so happy we're having this conversation and people are waking up and starting to realize that where we want to live from is from our heart and not from our head. Our head doesn't make the smartest decisions, but when we live from a place of authenticity and being real and being raw and being true to ourselves, that's what I'm talking about, then you're going to experience a peace that transcends all understanding. I think that's what each and every one of us truly, truly wants. And I hope this protocol can help you on that pathway to discovering who that person is inside of you that wants to live in that state all the time. If you got some value, smash the like button below. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.